There's been some good-natured ribbing concerning two crowdfunded comic books. Deadbeats, a comic with Renfamous, Mags Vestige, and 40 others, and Vestige, #1 graphic novel on Indiegogo. I've been keeping an eye on both campaigns, and congratulations go to both. They have hit their funding goals, which isn't surprising for Deadbeats. It's by Tyler and Wendy Chin Tanner. They've got a few successful campaigns under their belt, so you aren't likely to get ripped off. It's 160 pages, which, if you like the content, is an excellent deal. It's an anthology with over 40 creators, so you'll probably find something you like, as long as you are far left. And I don't mean that as an insult. Far left people also enjoy comics. But as I was watching Deadbeats and Vestige #1 graphic novel, I noticed that Vestige was picking up steam. Vestige is by Ro Paul, Donal delay, with a cover by Ethan Van Sciver. I've heard of EVS, but who the hell are Ro and Donal delay? And why is their book sold $30,000? Ro has a YouTube channel with less than 2,000 followers. Now, what I don't understand is, how are two relative nobodies, Donal and Ro, how are they doing so well on a first-time campaign? And why isn't Deadbeats blowing their doors off? It has over 40 artists, people who have huge followings on Twitter. They have so much free advertising available to them. Why haven't they spread the word? Why haven't they done better? So I went to their respective Twitter pages to see if they were talking about their that's one of the pages of Vestige. That's a great page. There's something there's a half-naked chick on there, but she's kind of covered up on this. You can go to their Indiegogo and check it out. And this is the I guess the writer. Interesting. Hail Caesar, #Vestige, Comicsgate, Blame War Campaign, pronouns Gaylord and Gaylord, Canadian. What does he have to say? His pinned tweet says, absolutely degenerate. We would compete on quality of story, art, heroic details. They would deplatform, silence the people's voice, and our ability to produce. This is capitalism in action. Theirs is the mentality of a communist kumquat. Hail Caesar, victorious. Hail tug of war. Interesting. Jon Malin, Vestige passes $30,000. Congratulations, war campaign. Okay, so they're talking about their book. Patrick Johnson says, more clowns trying to ride Ethan Van Sciver. Apparently you pissed off the numerologist contingent Uncle Ethy. I reckon that's why Zemeckis decided the DeLorean had to go 88 miles an hour to see some serious S or just a number. What the hell? SJW Spider-Man says, can someone tell me why Cyberfrog has to be exactly 88 pages? I'm sure Ethan has a reason. Is there any significance with that number? I think the pages are in units of, I think, what are they, in units of 4 or something? Like, I forget. There's a way the printing process deals with it, but I don't understand why he has a problem with that, the number of pages. Let's see. What the hell? I don't know who that is. I think that's Timothy Lim. That's just not a good look for anyone. Okay. Getting blocked by Tom King. So excited for Vestige #1. I've been abducted in abductables, and now I'm getting killed in Vestige. List of lifelong goals. You are now 2 items shorter, blah, blah, blah. All right, so they're talking about the Vestige graphic novels. Interesting. Let's go to some of the other pages and see who's talking about it. All right, so she is pushing her book. She says, I wrote a comic. It's called Metronome, art by the fantastic cartoon Autopsy. Will be included in the anthology Deadbeats, which is live on Kickstarter right now. Before you ask, yes, backing will make a comic skater S their pants with rage. Deadbeats music-themed horror anthology. Sounds interesting. Charles says, how does it feel to have your trash comic get wrecked by one guy? Ha ha ha. Feels good that nobody on our book had fake threats against their child to get it funded. Smiley face. Then Carolyn goes into a long post. Something just problem against Comicsgate. Trying to say that Comicsgate books crowdfunding campaigns aren't as successful as they claim. She says the majority of campaigns not meeting their funding goals, majority of people who aren't big names or otherwise well known in Comicsgate not being able to get their projects funded, the vast majority of the backers and money even for those campaigns that succeed being disproportionate to the big names project lot. Okay. The point that the bigger your YouTube channel is, the more you'll be able to sell is absolutely valid. You need to create your own advertising to fund a Comicsgate book or any kind of product. Using the new social media method, your YouTube page, your social media presence is about 95% of it, at least in my opinion. But let's take a look at some of these Comicsgate projects. All right, Deadbeats is on Kickstarter, and they've hit their goal, $25,000, with 800 backers. 2 weeks left to go. Good job to them. On Indiegogo is a book that was loosely competing with them. Vestige, #1 graphic novel. What if the relics of history carried their own powers and the spirits of those who had wielded them? By Richard Meyer. That hit $30,000 in like 2 days. That's an amazing accomplishment. And I don't know no matter what kind of advertising technique they're using to compare and try to beat Deadbeats, it doesn't matter. It's probably helping both campaigns to make money. The Case of the Littlest Umbrella by Tug. Hey there. This is an all-age Lovecraftian tale involving that umbrella guy and his tiny sidekick. $46,000 from a YouTuber. He's got a very entertaining page, and the art is great. That's amazing. That's just, he's got 2 weeks left, and he's hit $46,000. Cyberfrog has had 3 separate campaigns. One at 181. The other one was about 540, and I don't know what the latest one is up to, but I think the total is about $800,000. The other one at 90,000. This is Brand by Antonio Brice and Canaan White. Brand is a love story set on the battleground of the war between heaven and hell by Antonio Brice. $65,000. Look at that art. Ask me about my feminist agenda. That is phenomenal. $65,000. Mike Miller, $56,000. Who cares? Black and White Remastered. In a world where law and order are often blurred to gray, justice can only be black and white by Art Thibert. $61,000 for an Indiegogo campaign. Red Rooster, $186,000 by the Bright Weisters. I like that kind of art. I don't know if that's watercolors or what, but that looks pretty good. Graveyard Shift by Jon Malin. Murdered scientists put into their own experiments were reborn as the superpowered Graveyard Shift, $100,000. Jon Del Arroz, Flying Sparks. That looks pretty good. I like that. $31,000. Lonestar, $100,000. Who cares? Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot Bill, $196,000. I think he was an artist in the 90s, had some kind of video game or something. I don't know much about him. But that's an amazing accomplishment, almost $200,000. Brutus the Badass by Donal and Nasser Rabadi, $34,000. Stardust by Nasser Rabadi and Sean Langley, $15,000. Trixie Cain, his current campaign, Blood Reaper, from the team brought you Stardust, $21,000. Congratulations to Nasser Rabadi. 666 backers. That is bad luck. Downcast by his YouTube channel is Sweetcast, and this is his first campaign. That's almost $20,000. Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb, $42,000 by Kyung Lee, who he's also collaborated on some other projects with some of the other crews. Tales from Beyond the Gate. I like that art. This is the only project that was considered a real Comicsgate project that failed to fund. Mostly, I think, because he simply didn't have enough followers. He didn't have a large enough social media presence when he launched. If he relaunches this in 2 months, I'm sure it will get to at least $30,000. Anyway, congratulations both to Deadbeats and Vestige #1 graphic novel.